How you been, brother? I got your text, but I also
Yeah,
heard that maybe shit's changed. I don't know.
yeah, but I don't know, man. We kind of we obviously I wanted the meeting with yourself and P and the rest of the execs here just to kind of hear the offer out, and even if it's going to be even if it was going to be a no, I would still want to hear you out and tell you in person. But then I think before the Burning Mandem event, they wanted to kind of like announce me in. So I was like, fine, if you've got everything ready. I mean, I tried to call you anyway, but I don't think you were in the city. So I was like, let's just
out of town for a bit.
Yeah, that's all good. So I was like, let's just do it, and then we had the meeting. They added me as an artist, but they didn't pay yet, and they didn't give me the contract yet. They said they'll do it during the show. That didn't happen during the show, and then the day after it didn't happen, and then me and Elle were getting a house for the studio and stuff, or to try and like figure something out, with the shit, sharing a garage for the car and stuff. And I was trying to get the money, and I went to the meeting, had a meeting with them, and then they turned me away, went to do something else, and said, "Oh, we'll be back in 10 minutes," and then just they weren't back, So I was thinking, if that's the start of the life at Mandem Records, it wasn't going to be the best start. So I kind of told Sparky just to hold off the signing just for a day or two, because I know P wanted to have a meeting as well. So I thought if I missed the meeting originally with you guys because of them wanting to sign, and then they fumble the contract and the money, then at least the least I can do is have the meeting,
Yeah, I feel you.
Chat, good or bad?
And Mandem's a great label. They have some really good artists. They started their record label from the bottom together, but quite frankly, they're poor. That's probably what's going on. They're pretty fucking poor. Now,
Yeah.
There's a couple routes you can go with this. There's the generic route, generic deal, which I could present you. And then we have something a little more spicy that maybe Pete could present you. But the first thing first, I mean, are you interested in taking a route with WuChang still?
Potentially, yeah. It depends what route that would be. I don't think that necessarily like a simple artist deal signing here would be the best thing to do, because obviously I've got ties with Tommy before I got to the city, and I've got a lot of respect for the boys over there. So I kind of did say to them I wouldn't sign as WuChang as an artist, and the reason that was the case is because I feel like you guys are already kind of in a really, really good spot. I'm still going to be able to offer myself to you guys for shows or events or whatever it may be. Yeah, and also still work with people. So I was very kind of like thinking you guys are exactly where you need to be, whereas Mandem Records I think do need a bit of guidance, a bit of help in that direction. So that's why I kind of thinking that the artist deal maybe wouldn't work over here. But obviously I just spoke to Pete briefly, and he kind of did plant some seeds in my head that were pretty exciting.
Yeah. So me and Kay was talking, and we was Kay's always thought about having a sister label. So we was wondering if that would interest you, being able to have a branch of WuChang, so a label you can kind of head up the same way I kind of head WuChang here.
Yeah.
Yep, exactly. And we wouldn't be like, watching over your shoulder and shit. It would just be more of you'll have a bigger machine behind you, backing you as well for the times where you need it. But in general, you'll be in charge of everything that goes on at your label.
Sweet. And how would that actually, I mean, first and foremost, that sounds like definitely a dream of mine. I mean, Elle and I spoke about, no matter what happened with the label decision, whether, WuChang or Mandem, long term, a record label was something that we would love to do. And we did the event, kind of ourselves. We had support from WuChang and Mandem Records, obviously, as well, but we kind of set that whole event up, sort of independent. And it went really well. So we've definitely got what it takes to kind of build a team and build a label / company / something big in a city. So it is definitely something within scope. How would it work exactly though? And how would the record label kind of would we be able to try and figure out a way to get the tapes done, or how would it actually look like?
I got an idea for that, P. Actually, what you said earlier. So a possibility, one of the options would be we have a floor construction, an extra floor added to this building here, which would be, let's just say, Don Records. So the whole floor would be Don Records. You could have whatever you want in there, a lounge, a studio, office, whatever. And essentially you would use our services to do whatever you need. Recordings, tapes, merchandise, all that stuff.
Yeah. So it'd be a bit like you still have access to the major label services, like everything. Our teams, our editing teams, merchandise teams, our promotion teams, but it's for your label. It'll still be your label and how you want to do things.
Nah, that sounds sick, to be fair. That sounds really cool. That'd be something good we could work towards. And one thing I would ask, obviously, because I'm a bit tangled now with the Random Records, and I definitely don't want to disrespect them guys there. What would the outlook be if I was to still want to kind of work with them and kind of help them out with collaborations and events and stuff? I'm not saying I'd be...
Still collab, for sure. I mean, P collabs with them all the time.
Exactly, yeah. Okay, yeah. I think that's what if it was a label, sister label. I think that's something that I would probably do more than I would do necessarily if I was at WuChang. Obviously, I'm not going to fly the flag of Random Records or anything like that, but I would definitely want to offer myself to them as help, where they would need it.
I mean, look at it this way: Dean is Mandem, right? And he is signed to WuChang.
Yes, yep. True. Okay. I see you.
Do you know what I mean? So it's like you could. Yeah. A lot of people don't realize it's like there's music. Like you could be signed to any label and still have friends outside of the city. You don't have to be just because if you was to sign with WuChang, whether you sign to us or have your own label that's with us, you don't have to then roll with us every day because you do whatever you want. Do you know what I mean? There's artists on this label I don't really see unless there's an event. They're off living their life. You're free to do whatever you wish. You want to work with people, roll with people. That's none of our business. Our only business is the music.
No, I feel that. Yeah, I do think we've definitely got something to bring to the table in terms of what we can achieve with a label or a company, for sure. Because I've got ideas as well that I would have, say, with if I was an artist at WuChang or if I was an artist at Mandem Records. But one thing I'm not the best at is kind of if I have ideas and it kind of clashes with someone else, I feel bad that I may step on their toes, So having something that I can kind of lead would be sick, and also it would give me the freedom then, right, to not have to worry about offending other people's management styles, right?
Yeah.
What is it that you would want from this deal, though? Like, is there something that you're looking?
You asking me that or
not? Yeah. No. You and P.
Oh, just growth and expansion of the
just another
the world of music. Label.
Yeah.
Bro, it's so nice having an email early on.
Wanted to do in the past, but it kind of
Sven, bro, what the fuck?
WuChang's getting pretty fucking big. Our roster's massive, and we've been thinking for a while now of kind of just breaking off into branches, having maybe different labels under people and giving people more chances
expanding
to take different routes. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly that. I mean, I could easily do it, but since you came and we've definitely see the hard work you've done. You came and did your own show. I haven't really seen much people do that. You did your own show before signing and stuff.
Yeah.
So we could definitely see the hard work and the graft. I definitely think you can put that into running your own label. We've already seen it and witnessed it. So we definitely feel like having a sister label and you definitely running it could be something sick, not just for us, but for the entire city,
Yeah, I feel you with that. And shout out to Elle as well for having the partnership with me, because I was not going to do a show for the EP. I was going to make one in a couple of days. Yeah, show it to Mr. K, show it to Mandem Records, and then see what happened there. But Elle kind of had the vision to turn it into a show. And that's just a testament to what the partnership could continue to be at the potential, sister label.
Yeah, I mean, that's big. We like that a lot.
Oh, it's just sick, man. This is just sick. I'm just gonna do it, man.
A lot of ideas.
I'm just gonna do it. I'll face Tommy. I'll face Sparky.
Do you have your own company, El? Like, do you run is it like an agency company, or you just manage Don?
I don't know. It's something that I've discussed with Don about having. Right now, we just have Dolph Limited.
I'll just deal with it, man. I'll just do it and deal with it. Fuck it, man. Sounds too good, man. Fuck it.
We hired sales and started hiring people on.
Can you guys hear me? Kind of.
Yeah. We can hear you now.
Quiet for me for a second.
Yeah. We can hear you now.
All right.
Okay, so have you ever thought about having your own sort of like agency? Because what do you class yourself as a manager or like a booking agent, or a promoter? What do you class yourself as?
It's kind of changed. So when I started this with Dawn, it was more of I didn't want to take on more people, because if I do something, I want to learn how to do it properly and right the first time.
You might only mode sick because I'm just doing what I want. That's sick.
Through.
Wow.
So my main focus was seeing what we could do as a team together.
I guess reading chat just really mess with your mind. Wow.
Like the vision that we had and the ideas that we have, like talking about potentially having a label in the future. Those are discussions that we've had already.
Yeah.
And the thing is, like, we know that it takes time and we know that it takes hard work, but we're willing to do all of that to get to that point. So the hard work and, the mindset is there already.
Yeah, I feel you. I like that. I was going to say, if if that's something you wanted to do, even that could be another thing that we branch out. Is like you have an agency where if you find more people that are like yourselves wanting to help artists with bright ideas and
That
management
sounds sick
skills,
as well.
that's something, and that could be another branch, you know.
Definitely, man. That sounds fucking sick.
Yeah. It'd be interesting. I think
this is just better,
there's
isn't
so
it?
much potential.
It's
in
just
the
so much
city and
better.
so many people that with a little bit of
Shout out to
ideas
Isha Mum
and
for the 2
more,
months.
like,
Tom for the
if
2
they were to
months.
put in a little bit more hard work, be able to elevate themselves a lot quicker. I think with people seeing what we've done this past month, I've seen a lot of people motivated to create more music and do more collabs and create more events just for themselves, just put their names out there, and that's what's exciting.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, I agree.
So,
oh shit. Hello? I can't hear you, P. One second, me.
Okay, though.
Oh, sorry, I missed that. Wait, what did you say?
you can hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I think Kay's having issues. So yeah, I was just saying, you know, don't feel like you got to make a decision like right now. That's not how we operate. You know, obviously I understand you've already had an offer on the table from the man them.
Yeah.
So definitely if you want, go away, take some time, have a think, but
sorry about that. My fucking ears keep fucking up.
Oh good, all good.
Yeah, all good. Yeah, we're just saying, yeah, we ain't gonna force you to make a decision now. You definitely, you know, I understand you two are probably gonna want to go away, weigh up your options and stuff. But yeah, that is pretty much our offer, and we are 100% like determined to make this work because it's something Kay's been thinking about for a while, even before I come to the city. Like he said, that's something he was planning to do before, and it kind of fell through. So the moment me and Kay were speaking about it, he was like 100%. You know, he's down. Until the construction's done, we can literally set you up straight away, so you can already just start using our services. If you sign artists, they, you know, we can make it so that they have a way of using the services, because we already did something right where Down Bad Records, they didn't have nowhere to make no tapes, and you know, as a favor, because I just appreciate music in general, you know, me and Kay just said, all right, we'll charge them a little fee and they can come and use our services, right? But we can just do that for your sister label free because it's a sister label.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, for you. No, I'm just definitely interested in this. I think we'll chat to Elle. I think we are the right people to do it as well, myself and Elle, because we got a big, you know, a lot of vision and big plans to get there. So I think we can definitely do this justice, you know. I just have to figure out how I'm gonna kind of navigate it.
even the meetings, just being in here feels different.
Just feel good. It just feels good.
The meeting, the way the meetings flow, it's just there's a difference, you know.
Yeah.
If Don decides to go with that offer, would the label have to be here in the WuChang offices?
It doesn't necessarily have to be. It's just to kind of help you guys out where you wouldn't have to buy another place. You know, we essentially would be just expanding our building, and it wouldn't be you covering the costs. But if you are trying to have your label at another place, then there's obviously, you know, it has to be bought, you know, so that has to be taken into consideration. That's my only thought on it, you know. But I don't think it will be a problem to have it somewhere else. You can have it pretty much anywhere you want. I mean, there's quite a few, like if you wanted to change certain storefronts, or if you've seen anywhere you think you know, you can operate out of, you know, we're obviously down to have a look at it and talk and see what we can do to make it happen.
So you're essentially saying that you, as like WuChang, would cover the cost of building up that sister label?
Well, yeah, if it's here in this building, 100%. I think when it comes to if he was buying a property, then that's something we would have to talk about, because obviously some money might have to be made back. But because we're all determined to make this happen, you know, I think we might be able to say, you know, we could just write off certain things. We could just say, you know what, like, as part of the deal, we'll if we find a building for a nice price, we'll just buy it and get you started that way. Do you know what I'm saying? there's loads of ways. There's a lot more in depth the discussion can go in terms of sorting out all the ins and outs of like, even if like if it comes down to like profit margins and shit, like there's different ways, you know. Like Kay is quite a generous man. He's very wealthy. He might be up for like, you know, just literally setting you guys up and letting you do your thing, and he doesn't want any pennies. It's just as long as his name's on the paperwork as like co-owner or something like that, as is obviously a sister label to WuChang, he might just be fine with that and not want anything from you guys because he genuinely does support the idea, you know. So
that's good. I appreciate that for sure, but I would love to be able to actually say this is what we've done.
I get you, but obviously I just want you to feel like there's no pressure on that.
Yeah,
you know?
I feel you.
He's not going to be chasing you down to make money. He makes money elsewhere, you know. He genuinely just, like, every artist on this label is being paid, like, sometimes just through him. Sometimes he might just make a you know, a decent amount of money and just be like, you know, I wanna spoil my artist, you know. So I just don't want you to feel like if we helped you out and then you feel like, oh shit, I owe all this money, I gotta put on hella fucking shows. I don't want you to feel like that, you know. That's not how we operate.
Yeah, I feel you. Well, no, I think we can probably work on, if we were to go ahead, we can work on that, like whether it's a building or, sorry, a floor in here or whether it's a separate building. We can see how that goes and just put ideas down, and whatever makes the most sense, we go for it. But I think both options would be really, really sick. And well, I was going to ask a question. Obviously, I don't want to be too kind of like forward with it, but what kind of financials, what would they look like as part of this kind of package? Obviously, because I got an offer on the table that's probably further on the table with Mandan Records, so I just want to see kind of like what would the... how would that look? Or is it just going to be more like investment as we go, you know?
Yeah. I think Kay's having an issue right now. But from speaking earlier, he was originally he wanted to offer you $500,000. So I guess I'd have to have a conversation with him to see what we can do in terms of it being a sister label. You know, I could probably add some money to that myself because you're going to need money to start up. So we could probably have a talk, but I know the very minimum would be $500,000 because he literally told me like 10-15 minutes before we met with you that he was planning to offer you $500,000 anyway.
Can you hear me again?
We can.
I can hear you.
I don't know what's going on.
It's all good.
Yeah, no, he's just asking like how much it would be to kind of help him get started up on the label, and I was saying originally you was going to offer $500,000 anyway, so I don't mind putting some on top to help you start the label as well.
Yeah, we can do a $500,000.
Yeah, I think one thing that's important to me as well is like, no matter what the money is saying, I'd love to put it into the business anyway. Like for me, having money, like Elle knows this as well. We've had the business account that we've had for, you know, the agency or whatever we're doing, you know, Dolph Limited, and I put everything, everything I have, I put every last penny into that.
I feel you.
So even if there is some sort of like, you know, bonus, sign-on bonus, it would just be part of the, you know, the label's initial balance anyway.
Yeah, I feel you. So yeah, I could definitely like throw some money on top of that, bring it up to like 800K, closer to $1 million. I'd even like
whatever you need, we could take care of.
We honestly, like, we genuinely want to do this. So whatever you kind of realistically need, we can definitely find the resources for. And I've even got ideas to help out, like for other things as well. Like there's since I've come to the city, I've made a lot of money by doing a lot of things, by reaching out to different brands and businesses, doing tracks for them or coming up with ideas. So I can easily start hitting up people and trying to get stuff already straight away for your label to earn like decent cash straight away. Do you know what I mean? Like already there's someone waiting for me to do a track for them, and which is like 400K. So I could easily like say, oh, you know, we've got this label with some sick artists. You know, pass it over, and then, you know, already your label's earning through me at WuChang, and that's what it's about. Being a sister label, those are the opportunities you can get. You know.
For sure, man. And I think I've spoken about this before, and I think you're like, you align with this as well. Obviously, you know, WuChang is a great label, but I also think just above everything, the music in the city is still really important, you know. So I think having this sister label as well does kind of help bridge the gap between, you know, other labels too. I feel like every time I chat to WuChang or Mandem, they're always at each other's necks, you know. So maybe this could be something that like bridges that gap, you know, and makes both parties feel more comfortable to kind of work together, and we can all do some sick stuff, you know, because music's music, and then I guess like the rest of the business in the city is the rest of the business in the city, whereas music can thrive, and what's most important is the artist, right, and their success.
Yeah, exactly.
We're on the same page. Yeah, I would love to see more record labels, to be honest. So people have more variety and more options and more freedom.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, yeah, like I said earlier, we literally helped Down Bad out because we was like, okay, you got nowhere to go, no way for your artists to do shit, so we helped them out. You know, it's just unfortunate they just don't really do much.
Well, I don't think that would be us. I think we'd fucking kill it, you know.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, no doubt.
Awesome.
Sick. All right, well, yeah, I guess me and Elle will probably go chat and then just hit you up, you know.
Yeah, go away, have a talk. And,
if you're serious, we can go even farther with this. Maybe set up some meetings with some contractors who are looking, for construction wise.
Oh shit. Yeah, for sure. That sounds really good, man. I think it's just I appreciate you having a meeting and putting some faith and some inspiration in that. I really appreciate that.
No worries, man.
All right, sweet. We'll leave you to it. We'll I'll give you a call or text, whatever, and we'll figure something out. Yeah.
All right. Appreciate you, man.
Appreciate you guys. Thank you, man.
Have a good one.